He knew everything from whenever.
And what you could do is, like, for instance, you could always, like, on Facebook, you could mention your friends to go to YouTube.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
to see,
Yes, I would like
to see his history.
Yes.
So Victor,
Yeah.
talk to me. Tell me a little bit about where you were born, please. Today you're celebrating your 101 birthday.
Well, I was born in this little village in Bayarima, they look at the forget the name. Yeah.
Parapo?
No, not Karapu.
Well, you're entitled to forget at 101.
101, why not forget now I'm only 73. Uh-huh. Anyway, so you were, but Freeport is a place you mentioned once.
Yeah?
Freeport.
Yeah, well, from there we went Freeport.
Uh-huh.
And we went Freeport. When I get to, I reached Freeport, I was, let me see, about 2 years old, or about a year and something.
Uh-huh.
And we live in a little village, a road they call Cedars Road.
Cedars Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my father was working on an estate there, a cocoa estate. And one day, when I was about 5, I see a truck come with a white man. And they start talking to my father, and we was inside. And after they gone, my father said that Mr. Scoble. And he come and he was for my father. He had 3 estates. One in Shagaramas, one in Paria, one in Poole. He told him he could pick which one he'd like to go to and take over, and my father chose Shagaramas. That is how we end up in Shagaramas.
Okay, your father ended up in Chagaramas with you all. You
Yeah.
were a family of how then? How many?
Eh?
How many were in a family then?
Then
Ah,
7 boys and 4 girls.
wow.
Wow, that's a big family.
So this Stovel's Bay is named after him?
Eh?
Stovel's Bay.
Yeah.
His name, of course, is after this Stovel's van.
Stobers Bay is when you pass Caronize.
Uh-huh.
You're going down there. Before all you reach Stobers, they had a place they used to call Granas.
Uh-huh.
That was only mangrove and thing. Well, it is American will develop all those places. Then you meet Hascott. That is a little village.
Right.
They had the school, and then you meet a biggest place, Gordon Grant, and then Stobers.
Wow.
And
Stovel's
then
Bay.
after you pass Stobers, you reach Tetron Bay, and then Scotland Bay. Scotland Bay is the last bay to the first Bocas.
Okay. So Stovel's Bakery, that was on Prince Street.
Stobers Bakery,
Uh,
not in Frederick Street.
it was Frederick Street?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that he was the owner of the estate. They was from Switzerland.
You're joking, from Switzerland?
Yes?
I don't know why I thought it was English.
No, Switzerland.
So how long you lived in Caranage area, that Chagaramas
Down there?
area?
Well, we reached down there in 1926,
Okay.
and we lived down there when the Americans took over in 1941.
Okay. And from there you went where? To
Coal mine.
Coal Mine.
That's where you meet the bride.
Yeah.
Aye.
But Victor,
Give us a nice story about that romance now, boy.
why did your father choose Coal Mine?
Yeah?
Why did he choose Coal Mine?
Well, I'll tell you, not to say he chose coal mine. I had a brother named Ruben,
Uh-huh.
and he lived Shagaramas only, sent in the 30s, and he was in charge of an estate they call Cepontis Estate, Dr. Cepontis. After Cepontis sell the estate to Pierre, and then Pierre sell it to Stateman. And as he was up there long time, when the American take over and people start to evacuate, they had to leave. He get a house up there one for my brother Jeffet and one for my father.
Okay.
That is how we end up in coal mine.
So what did you do in coal mine as a young man?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, when I reached coal mine, the first place I ever worked is at Mali.
Oh, Malay. They were Chinese, were they?
Yeah.
Yes. And then
I started working in Mali in 1943. But I reached up in coal mine in 1941.
Okay.
But when my father and them reached coal mine, I didn't go up together with them, you know. I was still working Shagaramas. I was working on a place they call Wallace Marine Service. I was in charge of a set of lunches there. One of the lunch was belonging to Malcolm Butt, the lawyer. One was belonging to the Matthew Perez, the Chief Justice at the time. One was belonging to Robinson. One was belonging to Salvatore. Three of the lunches were belonging to the Huggins brothers, George Robert and Percy Huggins. One was belonging to Mr. Wallace. One was belonging to Mr. Woodburn, and the next one belonging to Mr. Gregorio. All those were businessmen in Port of Spain.
But Victor, listen to me. You have a remarkable memory.
Yeah?
What gives you this remarkable memory?
Well, boy, the hard work of the Almighty. No joke, I just tell people that about those things. I could remember all those lunches. I was in charge of the caretaker of all those lunches.
So were you sad to leave Shagaramas in the long run?
Yeah?
When you finally left Shagaramas, was it a sad?
Well, when the Americans finally, they take over, but they didn't take over where I was.
Okay, right.
So all the other people evacuate. I was almost, because the American man that, like the engineer, he spent a whole month with me testing the sea, the bottom of the sea, looking at the place where and the different things to know, because you see the sea is something like the land, you know, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
He has some place the bottom of the sea have mud. He has some place the bottom of the sea have grass. He has some places the bottom of the sea have gravel. It has places the bottom of the sea like the desert, different places, and it have hill and hollow. That's why you see sometimes you hear a ship run aground. He leave course, and he gone on the wrong course and he bounced.
So what did you do at Mali?
Well, when I started to work at Mali, I started working in the sweet drink factory.
You mean they produce soft drinks up there?
Yes, they had 3 sweet drink factory up Grandi. Mali had one, Robert Machak had one, and Rio had one.
So what's offering they used to?
Robert Machak, his sweet drink was, the logo was boat sail on the river, ship sail on the sea, drink Victory Cola for pep and energy.
Oh my
Pepsi
God.
Cola.
Yeah?
No, it wasn't Pepsi.
Not Pepsi
Pepsi,
Cola.
No, not Pepsi Cola. That's fantastic, yeah?
Malay logo was lemonade, not lemonade, this thing, cola champagne.
Cola champagne. Ah. But the what's the word, boy? The ingredients were brought in, imported?
Yeah?
They imported the raw material?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I work with Machak daughter by Zone 8, where in Wallapil, they had a factory, they used to can red bean and pigeon peas and all these different kind of peas.
Yes.
I know about all these things because I work in these places.
Mm. But then, how did you end up as a Chinese cook?
Well,
or rather, a cook for
you
Chinese
see,
food?
during the war days,
Ah,
everybody, majority used to run and leave and go and work in the base.
right.
I never leave. I continued. The salary was small. But I realized one thing. The Chinese man didn't like me. And on a Thursday, shop used to close 1 o'clock. He asked me to remain and help him do little things I used to remain. And even on a Sunday, he asked me to come to work. I used to go.
You make some extra money.
Because again, the two reasons why I used to go. It's because, through the cause of Mrs. Sutton, I wanted to give her so much a thing that the salary was so small, so all those extra used to come in handy.
Mm.
Those days she was just my girlfriend.
When did you meet her?
Yeah?
When did you meet Mrs. Sutton?
Mrs. Sutton
Yes.
in 1939.
90,
I went up there and I was by the road line in a day with a friend.
In coal mine.
Yes. And I see this girl walking, coming up the road. I watched she passed both of us and she going up the road. So I turned to the boy. That was, he was, I assumed them, uncle. I said, that girl going up, she was only 12 years at the time, you know.
What? Victor, rob the cradle, man.
I said, that girl going up, you know she? He said, yes. I said, how she live? He said, in it. I said, where she live? He said, Mandian Road. And he said, so but when he find asking him a lot of questions, he gets suspicious. Because he knows I'm a stranger, and he don't, you can't tell strangers anything. So he said, what happened, mother? I said, well, you see that girl going up there? That is the girl I'm going to marry. She will be my wife, I'll be her husband, we'll have children together.
Mm.
How old were you
Me,
at that time?
I was 19, because I 7 years older than her.
Okay.
I born 1921 and she born 1928.
Mm. So, Victor, I must ask you a question. How many years you were married?
I married in 1948.
No, but okay, fine. And you were together for how many years? Married together for how many years?
Until she died in 1996.
96. And how many children you all had?
6.
6 children.
So 48 years married.
48 years old. Thank
So how old was she when you married her?
She,
Uh,
when we married, I think she was 19 or so.
so you all you caught for 7 years?
When I tell you, don't tell you, when I talk to him, I was still working Shagaramas, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
And when I went up there in 1941, I never speak to her until late in 1942. 43 I started talking to she.
Okay. And all you married in 46?
48.
48.
And you know how I started talking to she? It had a boy named Leo. He used to live by them. And you know, she mother had these 2 pieces of land they have in coal mine there, and 1 in Hatries. And she promised this boy, if he continued working with him, which she seen about the land, he could get to marry the girl.
Oh my goodness.
Enid. But when Enid heard that, she nearly go crazy.
Because that man was ugly.
She didn't
You
like
would not
him.
have had good-looking grandchildren
Yeah.
and daughters and children.
She didn't like him. So I hear, I'm listening people talking and they talk about how she want to marry the girl. So I listen good well. So I say, all right, a day Enid was passing. I say, Enid, I want to talk to you. She must want to know how. So she stand up in the road and I go up and say, yes, let me tell you something. I say, I hear your mother wants to marry you to Leo, and you don't like him. But let me tell you something. You're going to marry me, not him.
Yes, sir.
I say, you will be my wife. I'll be your husband. We'll have children. You'll marry me, not he. So you could tell your mother and tell everybody you have somebody else to marry.
Both
not
would tell
me.
you were very adamant.
Yes.
Yes.
I take after him.
Yes, yes, yes.
I ain't lying to tell you, but the mother.
No, Victor. No, leave that.
The
Vic.
mother didn't like me.
Leave it. Don't touch it. Leave it. Vic.
The mother didn't like me and plenty of the family.
Serious.
Yes,
Like
so
Leo.
that is what caused the bacchanal. But in it tell them that she rather dead
That married Leo.
than married anybody else.
Boy.
She really, so and then I used to feel still good, because when they make me like manager when I first go up there in 1942 to the cricket club. And they had a correspondent to go Moruga and play. I in charge of everything. I in charge of I get the bus, pay the bus. So actually I say, you want to go for a line? She said, yes. I said, you go in Moruga, you want to go? Oh, she
Game.
glad to go. So I said, all right, get ready with it. When the bus reaches junction, stand up waiting. Everybody going to stand up there because they know who going and who ain't going, because 15 players and the bus carrying 48, we had to get to make up the bus. When she swinging coming down, she is by where these people live in there, swing the corner, she see the bus speed coming down the road. Of course she glad. When she literally red dress and she crept so.
And you remember the dress too?
Yeah. Red seems to have been the color, boy.
You know when Lance met me, I was wearing red.
And when she
Yes.
first person to go in the bus was she. And I said, you go and sit down there with the conductor, and I'll sit down next to you. And then everybody goes.
So, Victor, excuse me, how many grandchildren you had altogether?
Yeah?
How many grandchildren were there?
Why find a link I wrong
Where?
enough on the
How many grandchildren you had? Wait, hold on, we'll get back to the romance.
Yeah,
We had to give him a breather, you know.
But
Let
you
me
need
see,
more, you
it's
need
hard
more
to tell
for
you how much
romance.
grandchildren.
How much grandchildren you have?
Yeah, we'll come
I
with
think it's about
grandfive.
28.
28?
More to 5.
Mother 7.
7, I mean. Lira 6.
Like 13.
Lira.
Lira 5.
Not Lira, I
No.
mean Jean
Yeah.
6.
13.
Well, look out, please.
Betty 5.
Yeah.
18.
Lira 5.
And Lira 4.
Yeah.
Boys
Oh,
and
where I
a
got
girl.
5?
18
Yeah.
and 4 is 22.
Yeah.
And Kelvin,
Well, Kelvin and
7.
7.
29.
And Homer,
I ain't know for whom.
4.
That is the amount of grand I have.
Please.
33 grand.
33 grandchildren?
Yeah, boy.
Very wonderful, man, wonderful.
So, to continue with me up coal mine, I started working at Mali, but very bright. So the Chinese man like me, it teaches me to preserve
Hello,
onion.
Roy.
It teaches me to preserve egg.
Okay, she coming out now.
It teaches me to preserve egg. It
Sorry,
teach-
say that again, Victor. This telephone here, this call. You know how?
Oh.
Switch off that, please, Louis, so you doesn't come again.
I said this Chinese man teach me to preserve onion, garlic.
Oh, at Mali?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
onion, garlic, and ginger. Then it teach me to preserve pak choy and mustard.
Okay.
Then it teach me to preserve egg. Then it teach me to make soy sauce, the siao. All those days we had Chinese cook coming from China.
So where did you put your expertise to work in? Which restaurants?
Well, I work in about 10 restaurants.
10
I'll tell
restaurants,
you just now. So after that, we come in and I used to work with the Chinese. But when a Chinese come from China, he could hardly speak English. He ain't know nothing. So everything fall on me. If somebody bring a fish to sell, as long as I want to buy it, I clean it and I put it there. If they bring a fowl, I buy it, I just take it and make a paper, one fowl, £4, and I hand you carry it to the Chinese man, he pay you. Anything, I was like the purchasing manager.
I remember, Victor, when Louis and I went to lunch once in Port of Spain, Richmond
That
Street.
was in Duke and Richmond Street.
Yes. I didn't really know you then,
Nah,
but I saw you standing at the door and you were observing your customers and seeing how they responding to your or reacting to your meals. And I tell you, man, we never forgot that, you know. What was the name of that establishment?
locks.
Locks, yes, on Duke Street.
But the first locks I walked in was in Saville Street. I worked there from 1976 to 1982.
That's when all the policemen used to be there too?
Yeah?
The policemen used to be on your clientele?
Well, I'll tell you something about that now. I was working in Mayaro from 1951 to 71 to 1975. When I leave Mayaro, I decide, look, I'm tired working in the country, I want to work in Port of Spain.
Right.
Because you had them big restaurants, Nankin and Shishitan and Kowloon and Kong Chow and all them big guns.
Right.
I say, you see me?
Uh-huh.
I have to do battle with them. I want to see who is
Welcome.
who.
Yes.
Chancellor.
Well, Victor, we had to hold up a little bit, right?
Victor.
Yeah.
Birthday boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Well, I'm doing
Nah.
it.
101 boy.
101.
Not out. Boy.
Yeah.
Not out, Daddy.
One, not out.
Boyos?
Wait, boy, I like all your colors, man.
Jimmy,
Boy.
what happening?